It always amazes me that sometimes when people are upset with you or hurt or angry, there is sometimes such a knee-jerk reaction to deliberately, force you to have their opinion, or force you to suffer, or force other people or manipulate other people to see things in a similar way. Usually this happens when you have a cluster of people with a similar kind of temperament, I've found. Opinionated, domineering, dominant, half-empty glass. Life does not please them if they are not listened to in the way they feel. This has been a criticism levelled at me, that if I do not have people agree with me, then I give up on them, or I slam the door on them, or I don't want to hear it if it's not going my way. This is something that I've never been aware of. I'm certainly not sycophantic. I don't need people to be telling me how wonderful I am to be defined by that. I've always encouraged constructive criticism, but there's the defining word, constructive. And a situation occurred a couple of days. I have had a threat levelled at me that if I mention the gentleman's by name, there will be an application made to YouTube to withdraw or block or whatever the Froglet Diary. The ironic thing about that is that this gentleman not only has left his own name on the comments he's made on the YouTube profile, so that a deliberate attempt to manipulate perhaps everybody's view of me or to discredit me. I think he will possibly be regretting saying that now. He's not all bad, but he has a reputation for being very vocal if he doesn't, agree with something or perhaps get his own way. He and his other half haven't been close friends, but they have. I have known them through the entertainment industry in particular. I'm surprised at them both. I will say that. Let's say that. Part of me is and part of me isn't. A few months back I mentioned a clique of people who I didn't feel had got my best interests at heart, and I did a bit of a cleaning out of my closet. Those people, they weren't very understanding of how badly I'd crashed, not just over Keith, but in my life in general. After 36 years in a business where I was renowned for being reliable, really, irrespective of what went on in my life, I lost my balance. Keith was the tipping over, that's for sure, the catalyst. But the whole crash was long overdue, as I've said before. I'm not the kind of person, and the people who really know me know that, who needs everybody to fawn over me and say, oh, how wonderful you are, this. I am this kind of person that just says it as I feel it, but there isn't any element of maliciousness in what I do, or to feel, or to say. And sometimes I don't think there has been a malicious element even in the clique that's going on. I think they just get a bit obsessed with their own importance, and when it's like when people who are pretty reasonable and nice people individually, when they gather together, the momentum gathers, doesn't it? It's like a pack of wolves running as a pack is not always a good thing for people, I don't think. I think we have to retain our individuality and our balance and our wisdom. Sometimes it's necessary to shut up as well as put up. And when you're running as a pack, you perhaps don't always do that. And I do think that this certain gentleman and his good lady wife have probably got in with that pack mentality and listening to a load of stuff that's perhaps a little bit biased and skewed, and it may have coloured their opinion of me. I don't know. You know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. However, it isn't very nice, and I think what's happened is, you know, the gentleman in question has shown himself up, unfortunately. I have far more support and far more people that support me than people who I have alienated or peed off. And the people who have supposedly or allegedly lost through this situation, well, you know, as I've always said before, when you are a true friend, you may not agree, you may not like, you may not even understand, but you don't leave the sinking ship unless there is other reasons for you to do so. And that's more about the people who have left the sinking ship or deserted me. There haven't been many people do that. And the ones that have, I don't consider true friends anyway. I don't think that they've been there for me through thick or thin in particular. They've told everybody they have been, but the proof has been totally different. And in fact, a couple of those friends have been part of the cause of my crash. So, are they true friends? No, they're fair weather friends to me. And that's a totally different type of friend. I've made loads of good new friends. I've got friendships that span 30, 40 years. School friends, good friends, people who have been there and do know me. And I'm afraid this gentleman and his lady wife aren't longevity friends. They're not friends who've been there many, many years. I can honestly put my hand on my heart and say I've never said a bad word about these two. But at the same time, I'm not prepared to be spoken of in things that are absolute lies, absolute untruths, absolute inaccuracies. You know, I have not been an adulteress. I have not been with anyone while they were with a partner knowingly. I still didn't do that. And, you know, I'm just a human being trying to work through things. I know I said I wouldn't ever take Keith back, and I meant it, and I didn't. I didn't have any contact. But sometimes people change and sometimes things change, and I don't go along with the leopards can't change the spots idea. I go along with the idea of you don't forgive somebody for what they do, you forgive them because it's what you need to do inside yourself. That's me. I think about a situation, I use all the knowledge that I'm continually learning to adjust my viewpoint, to think about things. I think about them. I hear good points and bad points. You know, my true friends counsel me, my friendships that I've made, people like yourselves come in and give me your own problems. I use all the information to assimilate everything. And then I make a decision based on what I feel is right, but never knowingly hurting anybody. I just do what I think is right. And I get up and I do what I think is best on the day I'm doing it. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes we're all going to be wrong. Sometimes you make a judgment of people or a person based on what you know and it doesn't turn out to be right. Sometimes people let you down. You know, you can't control that, and that's nothing you're doing that's been particularly wrong. This is about them. You know, you're not God. You're not a paragon of virtue. You're not the maker of the universe. You're not anything miracle worker. If somebody's going to let you down, they do that because they are going to let you down. And again, the phone comes, and I will see you shortly.